Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to jump into a video that is going to be all about the February update preliminary patch notes. As you can see on the screen, we're going to talk about all that stuff. We're also going to talk about the upcoming weapon pack that has been announced. We have got the confirmation of the first weapon, and Jaxie talked about it in the EW stream today. We got to see it in action. We got some information on it. We're just going to jump straight into it. Not going to waste any time here. If you enjoy this video, drop a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're about to hit 20,000 subscribers. Without further ado, let's jump into it. These are the preliminary patch notes. There might be some changes, some additions to this, but this is the most updated version of what is coming. Apparently February 22nd is the date that they are aiming for. That might change. It's not set in stone, but February 22nd is the tentative kind of date that this is going to be rolling out with the weapon pack. Now, I believe there are 3 weapons that are coming in that new weapon pack. Modern AR rifle weapon pack, modern rifle weapon pack. But basically the first one is a Zarza-15 22LR, so the same ammo as the Virant 22. The 22LR Predator / Shadow. I think there are 2 skins for it. There's the Predator, that's the camo wrap, and then there's the Shadow. I think there's only 2. There might be a third, there might be a fourth, I don't know for sure. But as far as what I saw on the stream today, that is what we're looking at. It looks really cool. It's got a 5-round mag on it, 22LR 5-round mag, 100 accuracy, 8 recoil, 59 recoil speed, and 86 hip shot are the stats on the gun. And yeah, it looks really cool. It sounds really cool. The 5-round mag, I get it. I know a lot of people are gonna say, well, why is it not a 10? Why is it not 15? In real life, they're 20 round mags. I think the reason for that is if it was any more than a 5-round mag, it would be a little bit overkill, and it would also make the Virant completely redundant. Nobody would use that anymore if it had any more than 5 rounds in it. So you got to take into account game balance. It's not everything can just be based 100% on real life. It has to be more about balancing the game. So you have to take everything else in the game into account when you add something new into a game so that everything is balanced, right? So that's important. The hipfire reticle looked really cool. We got to see that in the stream today. It looked super cool. It's going to be something you can turn on or you can leave it off. Little reticle on the screen when you're hip firing to show you where you're shooting. Kind of like a crosshair, but it's a circle with a dot in the middle. Looks pretty cool. I'm probably going to turn it on. I think you can like change the color of it and stuff too. Hopefully maybe it'll help with spotting a little bit as well. Pretty cool. We also got to hear a little bit about what's changing with the Hornet. So there's going to be a price decrease and a performance increase. The exact specifications as far as the performance increase has not been touched on yet, I don't think. As far as the price, I think it is being reduced to 55,000, I think is what Jaxie said in the stream today. So that's super cool. That's an improvement, I think. That's something that the Hornet needs in order to stay a viable weapon in the game so that people will actually use it, especially now that raccoons are going to be class 2. And speaking of that, let's get into the patch notes here, man. I haven't actually looked at this completely top to bottom. So we're going to start at the top here. We're going to work our way down. So starting with improvements, performance, we've got full rework of the animal home ranges, populations, and schedules on Mississippi Acres, Preserve, Verhaga Savannah, Rancho del Arroyo, and Cuatro Colinas. This will boost the performance for users. So this means that basically, as far as hotspots go around the maps, like the lakes, as far as where animals drink and such, hotspots, those are going to change a little bit. It's going to be a little bit like what we saw in Layton with the elk and the blacktail. Their home ranges change a little bit. You got to we have to change where we hunt them. That's really exciting. We might be looking at brand new hotspot maps and such for the animals on those 4 reserves. So that's super cool. Performance will be boosted. Hopefully the populations will be replenished. I've definitely been noticing some of the populations on these maps kind of dwindling, less animals than usual. So hopefully, yeah, their behavior hopefully will be improved. We don't know exactly what that means. But yeah, I think we can expect where the animals are going to be found will be changed. Hopefully an improvement to their just kind of behavior in general coming into the zones, more, consistently, more consistent behavior, things like that. So I'm very, very excited for that. And right off the bat, that's the thing that I am the most excited for with this update. Really, really excited to see exactly what that's going to entail. Okay, so moving on, graphics and visual effects, improved sample pattern for screen space, ambient occlusion, improving shadows in the game. Cool. Improved improved the floating death animation for the alligator. Good stuff. Third-person animation setup has been revamped, and most of the animations are improved. That's cool. That's super cool. That's good. So all these little things add to the game, right? Quality of life, graphical updates, accessibility, new headline, dog for dog-related tutorial entries in codex menu. That's cool. Scent eliminator HUD improvements, including a duration indicator. So there's gonna be a little, we're gonna have a little kind of meter, I think, on the HUD where we can see how much scent eliminator is left before it completely runs out, so that you know when to reapply it if you're using the scent eliminator. So that's pretty cool. Added an option in settings to adjust subtitles font size. That's cool. Change the size of the font for the subtitles. I like it. Added option to remap trophy lodge inputs. So you'll be able to basically change what buttons you use to, you know, change the animal poses or to mount the animals, things like that. You will be able to actually remap those keys. So that's cool. Hopefully we'll get some filtering and sorting options in the trophy lodges soon too. I know I say that a lot, but that is something I want really bad in the trophy lodges, the ability to filter and sort. Hopefully that's coming in the near future as well. Some miscellaneous stuff, increased sensitivity of gamepad and mouse for all 1x magnification devices, including red dot, aluminum iron sight, reflex sight, and all 1x scopes for relevant weapons. Very cool. I like it. 10 point-to-point transport sights. So transport sights, those are huge. There's going to be 10 point-to-point transport sights implemented along the river in Mississippi so that we can cross the river in some of those points where you kind of otherwise have to run hundreds and hundreds of meters or just fast travel to another outpost to get across a river. This way we'll be able to cross it a lot like Quattro. The river on Quattro has one of those. And that's really, really, really cool. Just look for the boats. So basically there will be boats that you can go to, you know, click on them. They'll take you across the river. Super cool. Hopefully we'll see that in some other maps eventually too. You know, like the lakes in Rancho are massive. And there's definitely some spots in Rancho where that would be huge too, as well as other maps. You know, Latent Lakes could use a few of those too. Moving on, considerations. Full populations resets will occur in Quattro. Yeah, so there also keep in mind too, for those 4 maps that we talked about, there will be full population resets for all of the species on those maps. So keep that in mind too. If you're doing a Great One grind on Rancho or something, you're gonna want to get on that. You might only have a few weeks left to finish that. So take that into account for sure. The male black bears have decided to spice things up a little and are now going by the following descriptors: black, dusky, dark, black. Wait, what? What does this mean? Black? I don't understand that. I don't know what that means. The male black bears have decided to spice things up a little and are now going by the following descriptors: black, dusky, dark, black, dusky, dark. I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that means. If you guys know what that means or what that is, let me know down in the comments, I guess. Black greater than dusky dark greater than black dusky dark. I have no idea what that's supposed to mean. Anyway, moving on. Updated the metal icon designs on various screens. Cool. Added swimming icon for animal clues that are underwater. Swimming icon for animal clues that are underwater. So maybe when the gators are underwater, there might be an icon above. That's interesting. It'll be interesting to see exactly what that means. That's interesting. Let's move right into bug fixes. Critical and featured geese and ducks will be attracted to collars. That's awesome. The geese will be fixed, and the ducks will now be attracted to collars as well, which is huge. That's going to be something that a lot of people are really going to enjoy. Ducks will be more prevalent. It'll be more of a thing to go and hunt ducks and use the collars, so that's super cool. Fixed LOD issues for the female red deer, which cause some to appear invisible at varying distances until the character is within about 50 meters. That's cool. That's nice. The Cullman 22 Hornet now provides a more appropriate bang for buck. The prices for the weapon and the ammo have been... So they streamlined the 22 Hornet. We talked about that a little bit before. The price has been decreased. The performance has increased. It was definitely out of balance before, and they've streamlined it a little bit better now. So that's very, very cool. Animals and environment. A common raccoon is now class 2 animal instead of class 1. They were, I believe, were always intended to be class 2, but when Mississippi rolled out, they rolled out accidentally as class 1. So they're going to be class 2 now, which is super cool. I'm a big fan of that. I don't know if everybody would agree with me on that, but I like it. I like it way better. I've always felt like they should be a class 2 animal, so I like it. And moving on to weapons, gear, and character. Fixed an audio issue when switching between collars like Antler Rattler, Short Reed, Canada Goose Collar. Okay. Fixed the problem where item could not be switched until sound ended while using Deer Bleat Collar and Roe Deer Collar. Cool. So these little fixes are cool. These things do improve gameplay. Absolutely. They all add up. Fixed the issue of having infinite ammo if user kept firing. while still in hit pose after running out of bullets. Manual and auto chambering mechanics for the 410 while loaded with the 410 birdshot has been corrected. Perfect. The 270 Warden is now available for console players. Perfect. There you go, you guys, on console. Arrows retrieved from the field return to the player's storage instead of their inventory. That's actually way better, and that's exactly how that should be. So now when you retrieve arrows, you will have them on you rather than just back in your inventory. So that's a big improvement, actually. Okay, moving on. User interface and multiplayer. Fix the incorrect icon for dog biscuits on inventory UI. Perfect. Updated and fixed decoy icon not being displayed in the HUD. The cash amount will not show cut off in the UI. Cool. So your cash amount won't be cut off up in the UI in the menu. So you guys, I mean, we don't need to go through. I guess we don't need to go through every single one. But as you can see, lots of little fixes. Fix the issue where great ones appeared as diamonds to users. So multiplayer, great ones are gonna be fixed in the multiplayer. You can now get a great one in the multiplayer as soon as this update is implemented and released. You will be able to get a great one in multiplayer. Super cool. The geese collars will work for every player in the multiplayer session, not just the host. And then lastly, a couple more notes here. Fix the issue of tripod rotating sound being played while user is aiming, sitting in tripod stand. Multiple crash fixes. So the crash fixes are being looked at and fixed as well, which that's a pretty big thing. So hopefully there is a good fix to those crash fixes. Failed to synchronize, connection issues causing crashes and things like that. But yeah, that pretty much covers everything. I just wanted to go over, I haven't done a video on the updates yet, so I wanted to just quickly do a prelim patch notes update video for you guys so we can kind of talk about it together and also talk about the new guns that are coming. So far we know one of the three. And the rest will be announced as we move forward to the update. February 22nd is what they're going for. Hopefully that it will be the release date for that patch, and we'll find out about the other two guns in the EW streams leading up to that date. Super cool. I'm excited for that 22LR. Let me know down in the comments how you feel about the new 22 that's coming. If there's anything about the patch notes you guys want to talk about, put it in the comments and we can chat, man. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do drop a like on it if you did. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one.